Welcome back to the Sugar Freedom office where I do my at-home training and my thinking and film my YouTube videos. I'm Catherine Best Gordon. Oh my goodness, morning frog in my throat. Whatever, it's okay. The author of Sugar Freedom. I've got some holiday tips for stop holiday weight gain, right? So here they are, and I've got three main tips, and then I'll go through and explain and expand on what I mean by the three tips. So here they are. 1, get full on your freedom foods. 2, train smart. 3, keep moving. So let's begin with the food. As you know, I am the freedom woman, the sugar freedom woman. What are freedom foods? Freedom foods are the ones that keep you nourished and satisfied without triggering overeating. So for me, that means no sugar, no grains, and no processed vegetable or seed oils, but that's an omega-6 and inflammation thing. So health-wise, we want to keep inflammation down, and so that's why I'm not going to be using canola oil, corn oil, or any seed or vegetable oils. In addition, I'm filling up on the foods that work for me, and I want you to fill up on the foods that work for you. So you're going to sit down, and maybe you have the Sugar Freedom program, and thank you so much if you've gotten that program at sugarfreedom.com. But in addition to that program, which is the way I lost 65 pounds, and I've kept it off for 10 years now. So exciting to continue to go through Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's without putting the weight back on. I have experience with this, and I want you to experience this freedom as well. If you have the program, there's going to be those food lists in there, which are all of my freedom foods. But on top of that, I want you to spend some time thinking about what your freedom foods are. So there's 3 categories. There's proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So what are the proteins that work for you, that don't stimulate your appetite, that satisfy it? What are the fats that work for you? Obviously, no vegetable or seed oils, and no trans fats, no margarine, of course. And what are the carbohydrates that work for you? And for me, when I am trying to lose weight, when I'm trying to get leaner, which fortunately is not my lifestyle anymore because I found a healthy normal weight and I'm staying at it. But if I was, and if I am trying to get leaner, then I'm going to go really low on the carbohydrates, ketogenic level, less than 30 grams a day. And we really need to be honest with each other. There aren't that many people out there who have lost more than 30, 50, 60, 100 pounds. I haven't lost 100 pounds. Who are keeping it off. So I feel like those of us who have done it, who've lost more than 50 pounds, we need to tell you the truth about what we did and what we continue to do. And the truth is that if I need to get leaner and release fat, I'm going pretty close to carnivore, and that's just the truth. So I'm eating protein, usually in the form of meat. I'm eating eggs, I'm having some cream, and then just a few vegetables that grow above the ground, which are going to be your spinach, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. And there are times, if my appetite gets out of control, and that's how I got obese in the first place, this out of control compulsive eating. If my appetite gets out of control, I essentially just kick those carbohydrates out. And what I find is appetite comes back under control. I'm full, I'm satisfied, I'm not running around in a panic saying, oh my gosh, where's my next meal coming from? So to recap, get full on your freedom foods. Take some time, to figure out what those freedom foods are. Jot them down, stick to those. Got me? Now, on top of that, how often are you going to eat? Everything changed when I gave myself permission to stop eating so often. I don't really understand these, 5, 6 small meals a day. I'm not quite sure. I think that did come from, athletic training or maybe bodybuilding or trying to fuel athletes for their performance, it never worked for me. What did work for me and what has always worked for me is sitting down and eating a couple of meals a day. Sometimes it's 3 and sometimes it's 2. I know that it's very popular right now. OMAD, right? 1 meal a day is very popular. I haven't found that that works all that well for me, but I do find that 2 or 3 meals a day works incredibly well. I get satisfied and then I get on with my life. Good. The next one is train smart. I've been working with clients, and the one thing that I see that knocks them out of the box, and also when I was doing transformations, doing turbulence training, when I was, in groups when we were trying to transform our bodies, is that the thing that knocks people out is injury. Good heavens, don't get injured. Train safe. And so that means that you are probably, definitely this time of year, if you're under stress, you're not going to be pushing for personal bests. As we push for those personal bests in the gym, they're a lot of fun, but please, be careful, train smart, warm up. If you're feeling really good, maybe you will want to load on those extra plates, but I just want you to be able to keep training. And too often, if we quote unquote get greedy, we overdo it. And this is when we get injured and then we're knocked out of the gym completely. So please don't overdo it. Just do it. All right. So what I want to give you is a technique, and I'm going to be doing this on Monday because I do my live training sessions on Monday between 6 and 6:30 Pacific time in the United States. So join me for those live training sessions. But I will describe it now. So I call it the 8x5. American Council on Exercise, which is my certifying body that I'm a member of, they did an experiment on 8 reps and then 5 reps, and it was really effective for fat loss, improving strength. So here's the way I do it and the way I'm going to be demonstrating it in the coming weeks. The 8x5, 8 different exercises. You warm up with 8 reps of a comfortable weight, not necessarily your 8 rep max, maybe more your 10 rep max, correct? And then you do 5 reps with a heavier weight. And so usually I do like 50%. So let's say that I can curl. No, let's not use the curl. Yeah, let's use the curl. Let's say that I can curl a 20-pound dumbbell for 5 reps, which is pretty much my 5 rep max for the 20-pound dumbbell. So I'm going to do that for the 5 rep. My warm up is going to be 8 reps with a 10-pound dumbbell. You see how that works? I'm going to cut it in half. I will demonstrate more on Monday. So the exercises, the 8 exercises are going to be the squat, the push-up, the Romanian deadlift, the overhead press, the row, the curl, the tricep extension, and the calf raise. So those are the 8 exercises we're going to use, and we're going to use that 8-5 protocol. And the good news is 8, then 5, you move on and you are done. The entire training session, including warm up and cool down, you can get it done in 25 minutes. I am not kidding. That's all you need. One of the biggest mistakes I see, oh my goodness, and we've been making this mistake, I think, since the book Aerobics came out in 1969. I believe that people are abusing training. They're taking training and they're using it to burn calories, and I think that that has been an absolute disaster. Here's how I like to put it. Using exercise to lose weight is like using a screwdriver to drive a nail. It might work, but it's going to be really frustrating and it's going to take a long time. I prefer that we use exercise to develop the body, right? Develop the body with training and then deal with weight loss or fat loss in the kitchen. It's really about the food and then the exercise. As a matter of fact, the truth is, I exercise to develop the ability to dance and have fun, because I do still work as a dancer and a choreographer in the musical theater. So I train to develop and to increase ability, but I eat to release fat. Make sense? I hope so. All right, so train smart, and those are the exercises. And then finally, 3 is keep moving. I have been working at TJ Maxx Holiday Retail, and oh my goodness, it has been just effortless weight maintenance, and I've lost some weight, not even trying, eating what I normally eat, but I'm working on the sales floor, I'm helping customers, and I am moving. Sometimes a 4-hour shift, sometimes longer shifts, and I gotta tell you, everything is just getting looser, and I'm not even trying to do it. It's just that I'm doing a lot of movement. So let's say it's wet and rainy or you're indoors. If you are the member of a gym, I would like to recommend this. For keeping moving, how about this? At Sonora Sports and Fitness, where I'm a member, we've got all of these different, and I'm not, as you know, I'm not a cardio advocate, but say you can't get out and get moving outdoors. What if, let's say we've got a treadmill, we've got a bike, and we've got an elliptical. What if, just for movement, you did some treadmill, comfortable movement. You're moving, but you're not pushing. You're not in discomfort. Long-term discomfort tends to raise cortisol. We don't want that. Let's say you do some treadmill, and then you do some bike, and then you do some elliptical, but you do it in such a way that it is movement. You're not out there trying to burn calories. You're out there keeping the body moving, which, I don't know, I'm going to say it. So you are utilizing fat at that low level, but that's not what it's about. It is about movement, feel-good movement, and I really do think that can make a difference. Where we get into trouble is by adding a lot of stressful exercise on top of the stress of the holidays, right? Don't make this stress cake and then put excessive, uncomfortable exercise on top. I want to use exercise to develop and maintain muscle, to develop ability through movements that increase agility and flexibility. I do believe that when we use exercise just to burn calories, I believe that is an inappropriate use of exercise. It has never worked for me, and I really have not seen it work really for anyone that I've ever, well, obviously if I'm training people, I'm not asking them to do all that cardio anyway. So we want to do what is effective. So to recap, get full on your freedom foods, train smart, and keep moving. And enjoy the holidays. Get out there, be kind to people, let them be kind to you, smile, and remember that the season can be a season of love. Love yourself, love your body. And so we'll be back on Monday doing the sugar strike, going through the 3-day sugar strike after this holiday weekend. This is a really good time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, or whatever time of year it is where you are in the world, to get off of sugar and grains, keep it clean, get lean. Really good period doing December to just really stay on track and be good to yourself. All right, so we'll be back on Monday for a live training session doing the 8x5. And just thank you for joining me here in the Sugar Freedom office and training room. And I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody, and thanks. Oops, I'm stepping over my dog.